Today I'm here with Kenneth Toe, CEO and co-founder of ViewsML. Welcome, Kenny.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what ViewsML does and how it's impacting the deep tech or science industry.
Absolutely. So what we do is we virtualize biomarkers in the process of diagnosis. Now, what does that mean? Well, every year about 20 million biopsies are taken where they have to send it off to a wet lab to do a wet lab procedure called immunohistochemistry. Sounds like a mouthful, but basically it's to help diagnose specific cancers. And that takes weeks to do that process in the wet lab. So what we do at ViewsML is we actually use AI to virtualize that entire wet lab process and shrink that time from weeks to minutes instead, and produce that desired outcome that we can predict where those biomarkers are in a biopsy.
And what is your background and how did you get into this industry?
So my background has always been in the life science side of things. Spent a bunch of time in biotech and pharma. Originally was trained as a scientist and then subsequently did an MBA as well. But I had, when I was in grad school, co-founded a contract research organization in the same field. And that sort of has always been in my background. And when there was an opportunity to see this technology come to light, it really made sense in terms of combining my past experiences with this opportunity.
And how is your company driving innovation and growth within BC's tech sector?
So we think we're doing our part. I think we really see ourselves at the leading edge for our specific niche category. We are using, like I said, AI in a very innovative way with computer vision, but applying that to a discipline that basically has not been changed for a very long time. The wet lab process, immunohistochemistry, has been unchanged for 80 years. And so it's due for some sort of innovation. And really, we believe with leveraging AI, that allows us to make that, I would say, significant leap forward in terms of advancing that particular field for pathology. I think as it relates to the broader ecosystem within BC, we are setting up multiple collaborations with others that are either in this space or adjacent to this space. And we're very excited to, I guess, announce what some of those partnerships are going to look like and how we're going to actually help BC healthcare overall with some of our innovation as well that we're bringing forward.
Based on the current status of your company, how do you think that Perigo will help you grow?
So I think there's a number of ways in which Perigo is going to help us grow, and we're definitely very grateful for all the support that we've seen so far. This is sort of a nascent space that we're trying to innovate on. Like I said, there hasn't been a lot of movement traditionally, and so I think things like when it comes to market research, understanding what that true opportunity is when we bring our technology into this space. Also, there's a number of different, I would say, segments as you start carving up this market, and understanding for each of our use cases, what is that market opportunity? Where does it make sense to focus our energies, both near term and long term? And then also, as we think about each of these different use cases, things like regulatory reimbursement, those type of things come into play, especially when you start going more and more into the healthcare side of things. So we need to get a real good grasp around some of those areas and considerations as we kind of weigh the different opportunities and paths to grow.
Yeah. When you think of Perigo, what comes to mind for you?
I think of strong, deep expertise. I think of the network, the support that is being provided. And I would say also importantly, a real sort of a collaborative approach in wanting to see us succeed is probably how I would frame it, where it really seems there's genuine interest in wanting to support Perigo companies in taking us to the next level, seeing us grow, and hopefully be a real big BC success story as well.
Yeah.